What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Chris, aka The Capital Connect, and in today's video we have live trading London edition, man. As always, when it comes to these live trading videos, whether it's a win or whether it's a loss, it's gonna get posted no matter what. So stay plugged in, man. This is gonna be a good one. Alright, man, so for this live trading video, as we're waiting on the setup, I think this is the perfect time to talk about, when to flip your bias as a trader. So originally, I was looking at this supply setup. However, there was a couple things I was seeing. Number one, right, on the DXY, which is a confluence I use with, AU, EU, and GU, there was a demand zone that was going to line up with this supply on GU. However, that demand zone was initially holding and then it ended up failing, right? So when that failed, that kind of made me be like, I don't know about this supply, right? And then especially when I started seeing we were pushing down before we even got to the zone, but wicking up, that was another reason why I was like, I don't know. Like, look at all these wicks to the downside, y'all. Look at all these wicks to the downside. So that's like another I guess hint that that supply may not hold. So when it comes to like figuring out where the direction or where they're trying to go as far as liquidity or whatever, like look and see what's failing. Like this fair value gap failed, right? That supply just marked out failed, right? So if bearish patterns, if bearish points of interest are failing, then maybe it's time to be bullish. So right now I'm waiting on to see if GU is going to come back to this zone. If not, man, what a disappointing London session, because it's currently 5:36 a.m. man. Been up since 3. Nothing's really happened, so hopefully we can get something, man. But if not, we're just gonna end NFP week at a loss of like $70-some, man. This week didn't have to be a losing week like many other weeks in the past year, but just made some mental errors, some mental mistakes. So I want this to be a live trading video, but this may end up just being a video showing you guys when to sit on your hands or when to flip your bias. So we'll see, man. It looks like GU trying to run away. And if it runs away, like if it breaks this high, like this, ultimate swing high up here, if it breaks that, like, I don't know, I may just call it a day. But yeah, man, when it comes to like finding, the direction of the market, like where they're trying to go, look and see what's failing. So like I said, that fair value gap failed, that supply failed. If you looked at the DXY, the demand on the DXY failed. I'm gonna show you guys that at the end of the video if I can get a trade. If not, I may just close this and then go over what I saw, what made me not take that supply on GU. So this live trading video was a bust, man. Nothing happened in London session, unfortunately. The one thing I was looking at ended up becoming invalid. So unfortunately, we don't have a live trade. However, I do want to put a video out today still. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about when to know or how to know when a supply and demand zone is not going to hold. So like I said, I was originally looking at this setup on GU, right? We on the 5-minute chart, and I was looking at this supply. I liked it because we broke structure here, right? We broke this low. The 200 is right there in the zone, and we got the 13 EMA pushed down, which is telling me that we're in momentum. So I was like, okay, price comes back into the zone, I'm gonna be looking to enter, right? However, we start seeing that price starts like sputtering, bro. Like it starts acting dumb. So we can see that it tries to push down, wicks up, right? Tries to push down, wicks up. And this is like as it's coming into the zone. So I'm like, I don't know about that. Also, if I go to the DXY, right? So the DXY is one thing I look at for confluence. And this is what I was looking at. I was seeing this demand on the DXY, right? So for those of you that don't know, EU, AU, and GU are good to use, are good pairs to use the DXY in Confluence for. So if the DXY is bullish, GU, AU, and EU are going to be bearish, and vice versa. So I was looking at this demand on the DXY forming, and I'm seeing a supply on GU. So I was like, okay, this supply may be good. And as we can see, man, we originally started holding on the DXY, then all of a sudden we push in momentum through this demand zone, and it ends up breaking the demand, right? And at that point in time, GU still, didn't reach this supply. But once I saw that demand zone failed on the DXY, I was like, I'm no longer confident in taking this setup as far as the supply goes. So it's important to be flexible, man. It's important to not be married to a certain trade setup or not be married to a certain trade idea. If I would have been married to this trade, I would have been like, well, let me just get in anyway, right? Even though there's, even though one of the confluences that I was using, ended up failing, right? I would have been like, let me just get in, and I would have took an instant loss, and it would have been an unnecessary loss. Like, even though this loss would have been, less than 3 pips, it's still an unnecessary loss. And especially when you have a small trading account, you definitely don't want to be taking any unnecessary losses. You're going to take losses as you trade. Obviously, that's just part of the game, but taking unnecessary losses, is unnecessary. Like, you don't want to have any self-inflicting wounds, man. So I just kind of want to get that quick little nugget, man, as far as, using the DXY as Confluence, with your AU, EU, and GU setups, and then just knowing when a supply and demand setup is, not going to hold, or when it's just not a good setup to take. Originally it started out looking good in the first half, but unfortunately it ended up just not working out. So I hope that little nugget, I hope that little, piece of advice helps you guys. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, I don't have a live trading video today, but I'm gonna try to do a live trading video again, at a later time. We'll see. Whatever. It is NFP Friday. I'm not trading New York session, so we just gonna have to end the week with, I think I got like $70 that I'm down or whatever. So we got to end the week down, some money, but that's cool. Next week is a new week, and we're gonna come back and make that money. So I hope you guys got some value from this video, even though it's not the video I wanted to do. But I did want to get, some piece of content out to you guys that can be valuable and useful to you. So that's all I got in this video, man. I'm gone.